how they pull out all the stops, and there's no company in the industry that's bringing over 19,000 total earners on trips like this with us. So the great thing is what I love about our business is that if one person can qualify, I mean, if almost 20,000 people can qualify, surely everyone taking notes today can qualify if they apply what they learn in this panel. So Adam, why don't we start with you, and you just help everyone understand how you can use these incredible trips that Jeunesse provides for recruiting people into your business.
Well, one of the best things I find the audience out there listening is this: that when you start to make money inside the Nest compensation from marketing and selling the incredible product, the company rewards you for going on trips, and lifestyle is a big part of our business. So what Jeunesse has done is created an incredible lifestyle events that happen really around the globe, and you get to go on these trips. You get to go with your teams, and when your teams go with you, they get to share the experience. And Steve, Gina, the teams that work together, play together, stay together, and they build together. And just tremendous excitement going on one of these incredible trips that Jeunesse.
Can we show the slide of the 19,000 people that went last year in North America? This is exciting.
Congratulations to all the
So one of the key things that I really like to add to his part was, once you get to know people and you're sitting down with them and you're going to ask them what their why is. What if their why is not traveling, maybe ask them, when's the last time you went on a trip? Because that's really, really important to know, do they want to travel? If they want to travel, then you got to whip out some pictures of you on some fun trips or some videos of you jumping off a cliff wherever we are. I mean, there's so many amazing places, and show them, get them that feeling that they want to be on the trip with you, because the community of the 19,000 people traveling around the world is absolutely phenomenal. You get to know, like, I know Adam's wife and his kids, amazing family. He's gotten to know us and our family. So it's just incredible how you get to know everybody, the community that we have. And you know what? We're all have the same mindset. So the exciting thing is that we're also fired up on the trips, traveling around, talking about the next place we're going to go, who we're going to bring. So get focused. This is your time.
You have some suggestions on that? Recruiting, when you're recruiting, using the travel incentive trips to recruit for new people to see how exciting they would be for them to travel along with us.
Yes, definitely. Jeunesse is all about lifestyle, right? It's about health, it's about beauty, and ultimately it's about building a lifestyle, wonderful lifestyle. So traveling is one most important part of our life. So what I bring up people is we want to identify key people who wants to try Jeunesse business, and we want to show them how the company's culture is, and how beautiful the sites are, and what kind of a warm atmosphere the big Jeunesse family is, and how we can hear people from different places of the world, from different professions, and from different backgrounds, how they love Jeunesse, how the life-changing stories, and how the wonderful experience with Jeunesse.
Gina, you already know this answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you.
I sure hope I do.
being my wife, but being a flight attendant, you were a flight attendant for over 25 years. Did the airline ever send you on a free, all expense paid trip with your spouse? I mean, I'd like to know, those 25 years, this is the airline. You think they've got the airlines, they got all the hotel connections, they would send their employees on free trips. Do they? And everyone else can chime in after. I don't know what all your background careers were. I know Gina was a flight attendant, but tell them if you had any free trips offered you. That might be a reason that people would want to go.
Absolutely, it's a reason why you want to go with us. So working for the airlines for 25 years, wow, I worked really hard. My kids, we homeschooled them. I left them when they were sick, when they had soccer games, water ski tournaments, birthdays, Christmas. So I never got to go on an amazing trip for free, paid for, first class seats. We did get to go standby, so we did get amazing benefits, and I still do. But You got to go standby. Have you ever seen some of the airplanes? They're so full. And what does standby mean? That means that you stand by and you go last if there's a seat. And we're all scattered all over the airplane. So, no, I never got any paid for trips. You know, the other thing I was thinking about the other day is we have family that works for a big insurance company. And, you know, when they run and they're trying to achieve their goal to go on a trip that their company is promoting, only that top salesperson goes. So I get goosebumps to think that all of us, our whole team, Adam's team, Hong's team, anybody's team watching this right now, or even the ones you are signing up tonight, tomorrow, the next week, get to go and can have the opportunity to go on to Cabo with us. So get fired up. You got to put a little bit of urgency. You got to get a little bit hungry and to believe that you can go on these trips.
Adam, you got anything to add to recruiting with the incentive trips, or if you went on free trips in your former career?
Well, you know, after being in the industry for so long, nobody does events like Jeunesse. I remember, you know, a year or so back that the company actually rented out 4 or 5 ships, and they were completely packed. And it's first start travel. But you know, for this event that's coming up in Cabo, for everybody to qualify, Steve, what I've learned to do is make sure that people understand the incredible packages that the company has with the new product, because every action that you take in building your business or building your team leads to going on the trip. And then when you're on the trip, this becomes the lifestyle event that people were waiting for. And that waiting for allows you, your teams, we've all done this with our teams in different places around the world, to synergize together, and it actually brings people together. And it's really funny, but you know, there's that saying out there that you know, you show me the people you're hanging around the most, 4 or 5 people you hang around the most, and you divided their income, and that's what your income's going to be. So you want to make sure you're hanging around with people that are making the Jeunesse business plan, the system work, and they're on these lifestyle events and trips. And we're going to see you in Cabo, and Cabo will be an amazing opportunity for you to take pictures and post to your Facebook page, and people are going to ask, how did you do it? What are you doing? Wow, that's great. It tells the story of the business that you're in.
Okay, let's go to the next question. That's incredible. You got anything else on recognition, you know, to use it for bringing people into your business, the Zen Travel? Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn to Gina again and ask you, how do you use these 5-star trips that Jeunesse puts us on? How they changed you, and then how do you use them when you're talking to people and helping them understand what this business opportunity has to offer as far as travel?
So first of all, most everyone has a bucket list. What a bucket list means is that you're to deplete the bucket. But many people do not deplete the bucket if they're not Jeunesse. So we gotta fix that. You know, the clock is ticking. It's like tick, 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 tick. To think that I feel like yesterday we had our first child. She's 32. Come on. The clock is ticking. We got to move. We've got to get everyone to go to Cabo with us. That's possible. And exactly what he said, you know, you have to get your event package, first of all, to even qualify. How the trips changed my life is, oh my gosh, going to so many different places, and you get to have their food, the culture, you get to learn about their culture. And I really feel like when I'm out in the world, after doing all the traveling, 58 free trips we've been on. Woo! Yeah, that's exciting. But that can happen for you too. So 58 free trips, to think that we can relate to everyone that's out there because we've traveled so much and learned about them, their culture, their food, gotten to meet so many people. We actually went to Bali on a free trip, and they shut the entire city down. I'm like, this is crazy. They literally escort us from the hotel to wherever we were going to go for our adventure. Amazing. Closed the streets down every time we got in the bus to go on an adventure or to go to dinner or to an event, which was first class at a huge location on the beach. Entertainment, the food, the gifts, the first class trip there on the airplane, greeting you in the airport. Hello? I've flown a lot. And to have a sign when you get off that airplane saying your name with the Jeunesse sign, it will give you goosebumps. Once you go on one trip, you will never miss another trip. So I encourage you, get started. Today's the day to make a difference, to change your whole business and your whole destiny of your life. You can take your kids. I know Adam takes sometimes takes his kids. Sometimes he takes his wife and just has a little honeymoon because kids are younger. So it's just an amazing opportunity. Together we can all run for. We kind of lock arms, even though Hong's in a different group, Adam's in a different group. We all run together, lock arms to think, wow, we are going to all. How many people are we going to bring? As many as we can. We're not going to stop till the promotion is over, right?
Yes, talking about the wonderful experiences, we are traveling with Jeunesse. I think I can remember that when we were in Italy last year, and we, as a Jeunesse member in the travel, we are VIP. Every one of us are VIP. We saw so many 100,000 people in the line waiting to get into Vatican, and we just walked right in with no second waiting, and that gave us such a wonderful feeling. And another thing is in Rome. I mean, I think Jeunesse travel is nothing you can buy for money. Okay, it's an experience you cannot pay with money. For example, in Rome, the last banquet we had, the farewell banquet we had, with all the Jeunesse team, we take over the private villa on top of the Rome and looking down the whole Rome city, and with famous Italian singers for tenor and for soprano, when we are drinking, dancing, chatting, and hang out and talking with all our Jeunesse family members. And we are in those beautiful, wonderful, artistic atmosphere. That kind of feeling you will remember for life. So people, members of Jeunesse family members, be sure you go with us to the next destination, which is Mexico, because this will be a life-changing experience. For Jeunesse, for our business, it's so important because you will help people to see more and see before and see how Jeunesse culture is and see how Jeunesse will change yourself and change your friend's life.
If you can see in the picture that's on the screen, I'm in the front. I ran to the front. That is in Maui, Hawaii. So it says Florida, but it's actually Maui, Hawaii, where we're going in January. So come on, picture yourself in that picture, and let's lock arms and make a commitment today.
Like Hong said, this is going to be the first time that we're going to have a total buyout for a regional incentive trip. So Katie Larson has pulled out all the stops, and she's got the checkbook. I mean, guys, I'm going to look at you and let you know that Katie has the Jeunesse checkbook, and they have authorized her to cut the check for any one of you that want to qualify to come with us to Cabo. So I encourage you to start. We're going to talk about strategies now. Hong's going to start, and I'm going to ask her the question on what strategies do you use to make sure that not only you qualify, of course, but you bring your entire team, or is whoever's serious about going to Cabo. What's interesting right now is that everyone's been in lockdown. So they're ready to get out and travel, and why not travel for free? And you might even bump into somebody that says, I can't afford it because, maybe I had a little job situation over this lockdown period, but this is a free trip. So this is a way for them to qualify so everyone can go. Give them some ideas on how they can really help their team qualify for this trip.
Yes. Well, I will tell people, my team members, first of all, Jeunesse travel is not about travel. It's not about travel, remember. It's about Jeunesse lifestyle. It's about what you want to do with your life. So first of all, I will tell them, I myself almost participate every single travel since I joined Jeunesse. Okay. Then every time I bring more and more people. How? First of all, we identify our key people, our leaders. who you want to take with you to our next travel. Okay. Secondly, we see what kind of promotion are going on right now. Like now we have Elite 2020. We just finished our 11th anniversary big promotion. So we help them to identify the goals, one spot or two spot with $2,000 of money, okay, US dollar to spend. And then we help them to really break down the goals, like how many points. We already have people fully qualified for Mexico and even 2 spots. So we ask those people who have been on previous trip to talk about the wonderful experiences and to share the videos and to share the pictures. And we talk about this not only just now or not just this couple of days. We talk about almost every one of our meetings. And now I understand we all have to do Zoom, and we don't really can do like real gatherings. However, every Zoom meetings I have, even like birthday Zoom parties, even like Mother's Day Zoom parties we talk about Jeunesse lifestyle. We talk about travel, but lifestyle is the key.
Adam, you got something to add as far as how you help your team qualify? That's excellent information, Hung.
Yeah, one of the best things to understand is what the travel points represent, and those points are allocated in your back office. And what's really great about getting packages and doing the right business is the points build up. And as the points build up, you actually know who's qualifying with to go on a trip, which is fantastic. So it builds a great relationship with sponsor and upline and downline or success line, so that you go on the trips together. But when you go on the trips, just like Hong said, and we've all commented on this, they become a bucket list lifestyle item. You want to take as many pictures and video as possible, and then you also want to use social media. And this is what I do, and our teams do this, and we engage in the process of showing people, hey, I just got this incredible lifestyle trip from Jeunesse, and here's where we're going. And the company always gives you a little bit of a vignette video of what the lifestyle trip of the facility that you're going to, the venue that you're going to. And the smart way is to take that and use it as a exciting tool to promote through social media, so people ask you more about, hey, when are you going on the trip? And that leads to the process of not only great enrollment, but it leads to the process of people who have open minds who want to go there. Maybe they want to go to Mexico. Last year was Italy, for example. And that was a big deal. People like the fact that we were in the Sistine Chapel and what have you. It creates those memories. And when you share those memories, they become amazing lifestyle items for people to create engagement. And then, of course, when you're on the trip, Steve and Gina, it's great to get with your teams. Besides the fabulous dinners and everything else that Jeunesse does, strategy sessions, working with your organization and your team to make sure that they are doing and saying, hey, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to promote. Here's this person we need to contact. Here's somebody who liked one of my posts. This is all very important from the strategy side of building your business, utilizing the travel incentive trips as a way to build your business.
So, hey, I said it the other day, yesterday, I think it was, and I said, we always tell our team, wherever the trip is, we're going to Cabo and we're not going without you. So, maybe you got to start that chant. Every time we see one of our team members, we say that, I'm going to Cabo and I'm not going without you. You need to start now, start early. Double points. I mean, come on. It's a win for you because now you got the time. October 29th, double points end, I believe it is. So come on, let's come out of the gate strong. Today's the day.
I love that Hong already mentioned that she's got people qualified. Are you qualified? The key is like what they're talking about, have a sense of urgency to qualify early. And then what you do is you take the people that have qualified and you say, hey, let's bring a friend with you. And now the duplication effect starts to happen. So I encourage you to get out of the blocks. Adam mentioned that all this information is in your back office. So start going through that. If you got questions, get with your upline. But I know one thing, it's about getting your package, right? You can't go without your package. If you don't have a passport, you should get a passport, because when you earn the trip, I mean, your mindset, remember Tony Robbins, he talked about your state of mind. You're going to Cabo, like Gina said. So if you don't have a passport, that means you don't have your state right. Am I right? So get your passport. You can't, most of my relatives still don't have a passport. They know they're not going to Cabo. Get a passport and get yourself a package. Get yourself 2 packages so that you qualify.
Yes, exactly. Just give you an example. Last year, I brought my mom. I got 2 spots. I brought my mom to Rome, and then coming back with all those beautiful pictures. My father was a little bit jealous. So he said, "Why didn't you bring me?" I said, "Well, dear Dad, if you want to go, you have to make some contribution. Why don't you share Jeunesse with your students?" You know what? He earned the spot to Greece. So talking about that, so that's the most important thing about travel. It's about Jeunesse business. It's about, leading our team and build our market. I think traveling is very important in our Jeunesse success. Why? Just tell another story. In Sydney, Australia, I was in the big bus, and there was this gentleman who didn't know why he was in Sydney, and his friend brought him. Said, "I don't know. I didn't want to come. I don't know what this kind of travel is." That's the first day. And second day, he said, "Wow, this is interesting. Wow, this travel is very nice." And third day, he said, "What is Jeunesse? Can you tell me more about it?" And the fourth day, you know what he said? "I think I want to take a deep look into the business." And the fifth, by the last day, we are going to say goodbye to Sydney. He said, "I am going to be in this business."
Yes.
So you know what? That was in May. And in June, at the Jeunesse convention, he brought 10 people to Jeunesse convention. And he asked his partner to take care of his traditional business, and he wanted to devote everything in Jeunesse. So that's how travel is so important in our business building with Jeunesse. It's not about the travel again. It's not only about lifestyle. It's about our development of our Jeunesse business, and it's about helping other people to build a beautiful lifestyle. And also, it's about to build, to change some people's life, because Jeunesse travel can be a life-changing experience for you, for me, and for all other people. So let's go for it. Let's do life-changing business.
Adam, you know what?
Yes.
We could talk a little bit about responsibility. Like even if you just sponsored one person, now you are the leader of your business. Your goal and your responsibility is to bring those people with you. You should set the example. Again, cover what it takes for you to. You can't qualify without a package. You got to help them get a package. Give a little information on the responsibility of the leader to bring all these people from your team with you.
So the packages are really great because what it does is you build up travel points, and the trips really begin at 400 travel points. So it's a building period that you want to go through to make sure that not only you have 400 travel points, but your team or the person that you introduced to Jeunesse, they build up their travel points as well. Now here's the great thing about once you get to that threshold, it doesn't mean you need to stop there. What it means is you need to encourage others to do the exact same thing, get to the minimum thresholds, and then get beyond that. And for us, as most of you know, my wife Jessica, AJ, our son who just turned 9, and our little girl Alexa, who's now 2. What most people don't know is they've traveled around the world building the Jeunesse business. And the great thing is that the stories that come from this show other people who are looking at the business, hey, can I do this with my family? And yes, we travel with an infant, and yes, we travel with pushchair and everything else. But at the end of the day, it sets an example as the leader in the group to say, listen, here's what we're doing as a family. And if somebody's looking to, be a leader, not only of their family, but of their team, you got to do what the leaders are doing. And getting on these and qualifying by getting a package or getting double travel points puts you in the league to say, here's what you've done. And what happens is a lot of the time, your sales organization, your teams are going to follow what you've done, not what you say to do, but what you've actually done yourself. And that's the mark of the leader, is them doing the duplication and having the same thing happen in the organization. then you can say truly that you've traveled with your sales team. And by the way, traveling with your sales team is an excellent way to do lifestyle stories, which lead to the process all over again. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling item. I mean, when people see people having fun, and when people see people living the dream, okay, they like want to know what you're doing. And that leads to not only personal development of yourself, your team, but also new people taking a much harder look at the Jeunesse business plan opportunity and the product.
Gina, any last information that you want to give people? Like, how do you get your team ready to go and join us in Cabo?
Well, I would say everyone is sitting at their computers or on their phone, and do not get up when the event is done this afternoon without purchasing your event package. You must get your event package. Steve and I, our story is when we signed up, we got the big event package. We didn't have any money. We prayed our card went through. And you know what? We were unstoppable. 58 trips. It's going to happen for you. And we can't wait to see you in Cabo.
Yes, yes. Make it a campaign, make it a movement. So bring everyone you love, your partners, your members, your family members going to the Cabo. Yes. So we can post everything, all the improvement, all the progress. We talk about every day, we talk about every moment, and let's just do it. See you all in Mexico.
Guys, we want to thank everyone. Adam, thank you for coming in from California, Hung, and Gina. It's been great that you could see how much fun everybody has on these trips. We don't want anyone to be left behind to come to Mexico with us. So make sure that you get your package, your event package, before you get off your computer today watching us. Get yourself set so you got the mindset that I'm going, and we're going to see every one of you.
And the last thing, you don't want them to run out of the new Aloe Immune. Come on. You got to get that out, get it at your house and start sharing it. So, hey, we'll see you in Cabo.
All right.
See you all.
See you in Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, for me, a big part of network marketing is dream building. People being able to have big dreams and fulfill them. A big way for us to be able to do that and show people that they can fulfill lifelong dreams is to take them to some of the most beautiful and exotic destinations around the world. It really serves to inspire thousands of people around the world to also live out on their dreams. It's all about creating an experience where people really strive to fulfill their dreams. We are one united Jeunesse family. To get to see people coming together, living out their dreams with Jeunesse, creating a lifestyle that many people can only dream of. That's what this is really all about.
You get a chance to really get down with the culture. You get to be around the people, know the language, feel their hearts, their passions.
It kind of broadens your experience, and Jeunesse does that for you by taking you to different cultures, different parts of the world.
We as entrepreneurs going out there building the business, and oftentimes our families are left behind. Having the opportunity for them to come and celebrate with us, it is priceless.